In this video tutorial, I'm going to cover how to create assessment access links. This is the core main piece of the account admin area. This is where you give access to the individuals and participants that you want to take assessments. You start by clicking on Assessment Access Links on the left menu. This page will give you a summary of all the links that you've created in the past, which groups they're associated with, and how many uses they have left. So let's go ahead and create a new one. First, you click on Create a New Assessment Access Link. This brings you to a page with a variety of questions and the parameters that make up each link. First of all, we start with the actual name of the link. This is going to be for internal purposes and for your own use to recognize which link is associated with which particular training event or company or department. So we're going to call this one ABC Demo Link. The next option is, do I want to turn on the 360 feature? Yes or no. In this case, it's going to be a self-only assessment, so I'll leave that unchecked. Do I want to allow each individual to see a copy of their report? In many cases, trainers, coaches, they don't want to give access to the individuals to see the reports because they want to print them all at a later date, sit down with the individual, and give them the report at a meeting. If you do want to give them access immediately to their PDF report, you leave this checked. The next option would be to choose a group. Did you set up a group and you want to assign this link to a particular group? Then you would choose the group from the drop-down menu. So we'll say this is part of our marketing team. Creating groups is an optional piece. It's not something that's required. We go over that in the group tutorial. However, it does allow for ease of filtering and creating group reports down the road when you're engaged in those pieces of the software. The next option would be to choose a language. In this case, it defaults to English. If the assessment had multiple language options for particular reports, you might choose a different language such as Japanese or Korean or Spanish. In this case, we're going to go with English. The next option here is the confirmation email. Each person, each end user that takes an assessment is going to receive a confirmation email. The question is, do you want to change the copy of that email they receive? If you do, you click on the Edit Confirmation Email button, and the standard template that we provide shows up. So the subject is going to say Assessment Confirmation Email, and then it'll say Dear, the first name, which merges in, it's a variable, so Dear Bob, the name of your company. Thanks you for taking the assessment. Please click on the link provided to gain access back to the system. It merges in a unique link that each person can use to come back to the system. You can go ahead and make edits to this copy, delete it, use it as a thank you message, promote additional services that you have. Whatever you'd like to do, you can do it to this email, and when you're done, you hit the Save button. This now saves that confirmation email however you desired, and it will send to them when they go through your link and register into the system. The next option is the max number of uses. So how many times can this link actually be used by your group, by your department? So let's say in my case I have 10 people in my marketing team, so I'm going to give it a max use of 10. The reason we do this is so if this link were passed out to various people or it had some extra use to it, it wouldn't exceed, it can't be used in a way that is excessive. So it's one of our fail-safe, fail-over pieces of the assessment access links. The next option is Send Reports To. Do you want to have a copy of these PDF reports emailed to a particular email address or addresses? So in this case, I'm the coach in this environment, and let's say that I want to have a copy of the report sent to my email address. So I'm going to put in my email. The email that does get sent is what we call the report as attached email. Once again, you have the ability to edit the content of this email. Most people don't. They leave it. It's pretty straightforward. It'll say Bob Smith's report is attached. And includes the PDF as part of that. If you would like to make edits to that, you can. Then you'd hit the Save button and you can change the content of that email. The next option is, do you want to also have a copy of this this report emailed to each individual? So if you're allowing them access to the results, you can also have a copy of that report sent to them in an email. It's another way to verify they received that information. So in this case, I'll go ahead and say, yes, I want each person to receive a copy of the email. The next option is what we call the expires on. You can set an expiration date. So if you want this link to be inactive, let's say in my case, I'll say next Friday the 13th, this particular link becomes inactive and can no longer be used. The final step is to choose which assessment or assessments I'd like associated with that link. In this case, in our demo case, we have a variety of assessments available. In many cases, your account might just have 2, 3, or even 1 assessment. Or you might also have a list such as this. Either way, I'm going to choose the Platinum Rule and let's say the Disc Sales Assessment. Then I scroll down and click Insert, and my new link is now created. It'll appear in the top of the list. So here it is, the ABC link. Here's what you would highlight or click to copy, and in this case you can click it and it'll copy it into your clipboard, and that's the link that you're going to put into an email that you're going to create and send off to the team of people or the group or the employees that you want to take the assessment. So it's the ABC demo link. Here's what I would send. It's part of my marketing team and it has 10 uses. I'll go ahead and open up another tab and copy in that link. I'll pretend as if I just clicked on it. This is what the individual would see. They would come to a page where they would put in their name. So we'll say my first name is Demo, last name is Person, and hit the next button. And now I'm going to register to take those assessments. I have complete assessment buttons available for the DISC and the Platinum Rule assessment. And once I completed those assessments, copies would be emailed to both the individual and the account admin that you specified the email address on that setup link. So now if I were to refresh this page, I would notice that my remaining uses went down to 9 since one person has registered through that link. So that is the basics of setting up your assessment access links. And if there's anything else that you need, or if you have any other questions, you can always email our support team 24 hours a day. Or please also look at the instruction guide that has been created and send us your questions. Thank you.